Excuse the appearance, but I'm still in summer mode, but I wanted to make a real guide or just demonstration showing you how the Sony Xperia 1.5, its front-facing camera features, it's very lackluster. Let's get into it. So this is the camera app. I'm going to click that, then I'm going to go to the video mode, and then I'm going to switch, obviously, that's the rear-facing, you can see the blue, front-facing, you can see right there. Now check this out. If I were to point it at myself, I get the box, right? Decent. Not bad at all. Not complaining. Now, I could put bokeh on it if I wanted to. I can leave it alone, take it off. What I can't do, I can't see any audio meters. I can't do anything when it comes to product showcase because I'm in the basic camera app. Okay, I want you to remember that. And remember, in the basic camera app, you still get the face box, okay, the face lock. But I want to show you kind of a deception that Sony is doing with this camera. Look here. This is your exposure and your white balance. Now here you can see it'll go darker for the exposure and it'll change the color for the white balance. And I'll reset it now. But if I were to put it on myself, correct? And, try to lock it dark on me. Watch what happens. It looks like it's locked, but it's actually not. And it won't be. If you notice, it'll shift. See, look, there I am again. It'll shift when it comes to what the exposure is. You can see now the ceiling is lighter. When I point to the light, it gets automatically darker, despite the fact that I have it exposure locked. Now, this is something that's really driving me nuts about this. It's supposed to be exposure locked, right? You can see it right there, but it's not. It's just pretending to be, and I'm not sure why. Okay, so that's one of the things that's driving me nuts. Let's look at something else. Now, let's get out of this. Let's go to the pro video portion of this video, which is also driving me crazy. And in fact, I made a little rant video, something I normally don't do, but when I saw all these features and saw so many people talking about the Sony Xperia 1.5 and how great it is, they failed to mention all the faults of the front-facing camera, and that's what we're doing now. So again, let's look at the Pro app, all right? Now, I'm going to turn, this is rear, this is front. Now you can see I have audio meters, which is great, but look down here. I can't control any of the shutter, ISO, or white balance. It's all on auto for some reason. If I were to turn the camera around, I get to control the shutter all I want. I can control the ISO all I want. That's fine. But when I turn it front facing, I get all auto again. And just to hammer this home, if I were to go here and go to the second one and go to white balance, camera cannot change this setting when using the front camera. Go to shutter, camera cannot change this setting when using the front camera. Why not? In fact, I can't even put face and eye autofocus on, despite the fact that, you'll notice, I have no box at my face. But I did have a box when I was using the basic app. It had the box around my face detection, but in the Pro front-facing app, you can't. It doesn't allow you to do it. It's just really weird. But it can do it. We saw it with the normal app, but you can't do it with the Pro app with the front-facing camera, okay? So that's driving me nuts. Let's look at this again. Now, we have our audio meters. That's great. Everything turns to auto. We can have peaking on. And obviously, when it comes to exposure, we get no control or anything. It's all on auto. So what drives me nuts about this, and the whole reason I'm making this video, is that I saw a lot of YouTubers talking about the Sony Xperia 1.5 and how great it is and how it's the next level when it comes to content creators. My gripe is that although it is a great content creation phone, it's great if you're shooting something else and not yourself. Well, you could argue, well, can they sell a 3.5-inch monitor for you to be able to use the pro settings of the rear camera and be able to see yourself using the monitor? But that feels like they're causing this problem and they're selling the solution, which is buying that extra piece of kit, that extra accessory, the 3.5-inch monitor that retails $200 new or $100-something on eBay if you're willing to wait or willing to get it used. Why can't we have some of those features on the front-facing camera? It's very bizarre to me. If you want to be a creator using the Sony Xperia 1.5, you better be a creator that doesn't shoot themselves using the front-facing camera, because they are pretty much shutting you out. You can't do anything. You have to rely on the rear-facing cameras, and that, to me, doesn't sit right. I don't know. I had a rant before talking about how awful this was for me and experiencing this, because this is a $1,000 phone and you can't get it from like T-Mobile or from Verizon. They don't really care. You have to go through Sony, Amazon, or a third-party retailer to get your hands on this. So you're paying the money pretty much upfront, or financing, or doing whatever. And for them to omit the fact that the front-facing camera is so, I guess, bogged down, it just seems a little odd. I mean, again, if I go into the app, right? If I go into the regular app and I go to front facing, can't do much, but I have the face detection there. But if I want face detection on the Pro app, it's unavailable. I just can't do it. It doesn't make any sense to me. So again, I'm making this video because there's a lot of YouTubers who picked up this phone and was essentially telling everybody like, oh, it's so great. It's going to be the best thing for your kid. It's going to change your life. It's going to be amazing. It may be. That may be true. I'm not here to say that they're wrong. I'm here to say it's amazing to a point. It's amazing if you're using the rear cameras and you're shooting something. It's amazing if you're using the rear cameras and you bought the $200 monitor to shoot yourself. It's not amazing if you're just using the front-facing camera. It's not amazing if you're shooting yourself with the front-facing camera. And it's not amazing to find out after you already spent more than $1,000. Rant over. Go make yourself a tie-dye shirt. My kids made me this and I love it.